Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Hey Girl podcast. I am Bethany Needham.
And I am Jenn Parker.
And we are so excited to bring to you a special episode, a little mini-sode. And just wanted to share, I think we mentioned earlier that we love to share the things that we're excited about, but we thought today we would kind of mix it up a little. We're going to share some things that we love, but also some things that we hate. And as I'm looking at the list, I'm just going to own it that I am a bigger hater than Jenn because she has way more loves and I have way more hates. I didn't realize I was such a bitter person. So why don't we get started, Jenn? I'm going to go ask you first. What is your first? Let's start with love. Okay. First, love.
All right. So the first one that I have down is I love my YMCA and
Nice.
I love my Nike app.
Ooh.
So I love my YMCA because we have two branches in our town and I go to what I consider the old people branch.
Nice.
Because I'm surrounded by old people. But I am telling you, like, they are the nicest people in America. Like, there's this one lady, Vani. I am telling you, I love her. She goes to another church in our town. She's, like, the sweetest lady. But she also has had, like, she lost her son who was, like, in his mid-40s this past year. But she has just, like, held on with, like, faith and, like, clung to Jesus through this whole thing. She's on, like, the mats with her, like, you know, the big old exercise ball with her scripture memory verse cards right next to her. So it's just, like, so encouraging.
We need to get Vani on the podcast.
Yeah, we do, for sure.
Shout out to Vani.
So she's awesome. But while I like going to the Y, I'm terrible at, like, knowing how to work out. So there's a Nike app. I think it's free in the iTunes store. But it tells you how to work out. Like, if you want to do strength training, if you want to do endurance, if you just want to be, like, work on your mobility. It's like working out for dummies. So, which is perfect for me.
Is it on your phone or
It's on my phone.
Or one of your two Fitbits?
Easy. No, it's on my phone and I love it. So that is my number one on my list of loves. So tell me, what is number one on your list of loves?
Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go, because you went fitness, I'm going to go a little fitness.
Okay.
And I actually mentioned this in my interview, so it's not that exciting. But one of my loves is hiking in the woods. I love exploring, finding new trails. I'm a trail hiker. I'm not like make a trail kind of thing.
Okay, but it's a trail. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're going camping this summer for the first, camping. We rented a yurt. So what do they call that? Glamping?
Yeah,
or like
glamping.
glamour camping.
Okay.
Yeah, we're totally going. And to Acadia National Park.
Oh, that's so exciting.
The thing I am most excited about is hiking. I'm like,
That's awesome.
Let's go explore. And I want to find some type of like creature thing that I've never seen in real life that won't eat me.
Oh, okay.
Preferably.
I was a little
just something
scared
cool
for a
to look
second.
at
Okay.
and, harmless. I don't have to like pet it. I just want to I want to be able to use my portrait app on my iPhone and get a really good shot. So within 8 feet is
That's
preferably.
reasonable. Okay.
Awesome.
I like that.
That's what I love. Okay. I just want to know what you hate. It's because partially I find these way more funny, but give me something off your hate list.
Okay. I hate cold drinks.
What? How do you hate cold drinks?
Because I have sensitive teeth.
Oh my word. Have you heard of Sensodyne?
I use Sensodyne.
What?
Because my dad has sensitive teeth and he always used Sensodyne. And a few years back I was like, my teeth really hurt. I should probably use Sensodyne. Well, I use Sensodyne and I still I don't really enjoy cold drinks. We have a Brita on the counter, so it's room temperature.
Ew.
And we have a Brita in the refrigerator for all the normal people.
The regular people.
I recognize that it's weird. I know that, but that's why I hate cold water. It literally, it's not enjoyable to drink. It hurts my teeth. So even a straw doesn't help. I feel like it still goes through my mouth weird. So
maybe someday when your teeth all fall out and you have dentures,
My dentures, okay.
It's gonna be like a whole revolution in your life.
Okay.
You're gonna be like, cold drinks are the best thing.
Okay, I'll go with that. All right, what's number one on your hate list?
Where to start? Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to go, I'm putting on my youth director hat for a minute here. And partly it's the season, but I hate, literally I'm getting all cringy thinking about it, promposals.
Ooh, you may need to explain that for people.
Okay. Have you seen, well, if you're on social media at all, it doesn't even matter if you are. Let me tell you, proms have gotten out of control.
Yes, I have.
And a promposal is basically the term when a guy does this huge, elaborate thing to basically ask a girl to the prom. But whereas back in the day, if you wanted to go with a girl to the prom, you just went and like, hey, do you want to go to the prom with me or whatever. Now it's like flowers or like huge presentations in front, like the bigger the crowd, the better.
Song. Oh, yeah. It's a very big deal.
Okay, so here's my thing, right?
Okay.
It sounds all cutesy, like, oh, that's adorable, and he got the flower. Okay, but you're only thinking about that one girl. And I work with teenagers, and I spend so much time at prom season talking to all of these girls who have sat through promposal after promposal and feeling like, why isn't anyone, promposaling? I don't know what the word is to me.
Sure that's a word.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But it's like giving them a whole nother season of hating being single. Like, it's a slap in the face. And then... Okay, this is like insider.
You go.
One of my girls got a promposal, okay, because she's gorgeous and like who wouldn't want to go to a dance with her? But she didn't, first of all, like the guy, nor did she even really know him. But she felt so pressured because he made this huge scene in front of her class and she's like the nicest human being ever. And so she said yes because she just felt bad. Like, how do you say, it's like
because you can't say no to a prom. I mean, can you say no to a promposal?
I've never seen it happen because they make such a spectacle. Like,
I'm sweating right now just even thinking about that.
But this poor girl, like, you want to talk about anxiety and like, didn't want to go, like, she didn't want to go on the prom in the first place. Never mind, go with somebody she didn't know. And I'm sorry, but I've just decided promposals are dumb.
Okay.
And we need to stop doing them. First of all, because if some guy actually proposes in real life, like, we're setting the bar way too high.
Absolutely.
Way too high.
Okay.
And the prom should not have that much pressure on it. I would love proms if you didn't go with dates. If you got to go with your girlfriends, dance it up, the guys got to, like, the whole asking dates and making it like, it's like getting picked last for
that's awful.
Dodgeball all over again.
Side note, I feel like we should throw up some prom pictures of our own because I feel like they may be hilarious.
Side note, I went to a Christian school.
Did you have like a dinner?
Okay, listen. First of all, I've had enough of your judgment. No. So we kind of came up with our own thing, and now that you mention it, dinner was involved. Dinner, we went mini golfing, we went bowling. There was no dancing because...
Okay. Did you dress up?
Yes.
Were you allowed to wear a strapless dress?
Okay, first of all, I am not a hussy. So, I'm just kidding. No, you want to know what's really cute?
Yes, I do.
Okay, there is... I'm going to make this way longer than it needs to be. But, okay, so I was dating Andy by the time it would have been I know, that's weird. Which, if you don't know us, Andy's my husband now of 15 years. But we were dating then. And a bunch of, like, seniors got together and were like... and I was junior, they were seniors, and we're like, okay, we're going to do this thing, like basically create our own night out. And so the school wasn't involved. So like we didn't have like rules of dress code or whatever. So I went naked. No, just kidding. But I also, so all the girls got into it. Like they were all buying dresses, but I am a pastor's kid and like money was not flowing. Yeah. And talk about another pet peeve about the cost of dresses.
Unbelievable.
Crazy. But I'm sorry. I have to embarrass him and tell you that my husband is the sweetest man on the planet because he knew that this meant so much to me. So we live long distance, right? So we talked through letters, but he had planned to come out for this night. He was going to be my date, but he mailed me a check. I think at the time it was like $150, which now is like, oh, that's nothing. But then I'm like,
that paid for a dress.
I've never seen $150 in my life. He paid for my dress and my shoes, and I got this like, it was totally the sparkly big princess. But I got the one that like tied, like had an open tie in the back.
Oh my to pray for you about that.
It was a little risque.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wait. My junior prom dress also tied in the back.
What?
I know. I repent. That was...
I'm surprised.
I'm right with you on that. Oh, my goodness.
It had to have been a thing.
It must have been a thing.
But that's actually one of my most precious. But I still hate promposals, just so we're clear.
We're still on that. Okay.
And you probably won't marry your prom date. I don't want girls walking away feeling like,
I did not marry either of my prom dates, so we're good.
Yeah, I married mine, but seriously, he bought my dress.
Right.
He basically bought my love. Real talk.
Do you want me to share another hate, or do you wanna feel like a little love?
Okay, I feel like we just need to go through the hates because this is going to become an emotional roller coaster for me because I'm going to have a really hard time getting serious if we keep. Okay. And then we'll end on like the love and the feel goods.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Okay.
Give me your hate.
Okay. I hate when my children have a drink and then they think they should get like a medicine dropper or a spoon to drink it with. I did not know this was a thing that annoyed me until my children did it all the time. And they would we'd be sitting down at dinner. They would get up, go to the utensil drawer, and bring over some weird thing to slurp up their drinks.
Oh.
And they know now. Sometimes I think they just do it now, because they love it. And I'm like, what is mommy's biggest pet peeve? You can't do this. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry, mom. I'm like, oh.
That's hilarious. I've actually never heard that pet peeve before.
I know. It's a weird, well, you know me, I'm a little weird.
I was like, it brings out a little OCD.
Yeah.
But okay, I follow you. All right. I'm going to give you mine. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I hate devices at dinner tables.
Oh, girl, I'm with you on that. Okay.
And I hate that. If there was a step beyond, actually makes my skin crawl is devices at restaurant dinner tables.
Okay.
That's where I have a hard time drawing boundaries. I can't just go up and talk to these people. But when I walk by a table and there is a family sitting there and every single one of them, I've walked by tables where there's a baby and a seat and they have an iPad set up with a baby movie at the restaurant table. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm sorry.
Dang, what's your data plan, man?
Oh, yeah, seriously. But I'm sorry if you're one of those moms, but to me, this is the time to talk to your kids. And also they have those games that, the little, if you're at Cracker Barrel, the little game where you have to jump the T's from, that's the kind of stuff you do. You do X's and O's on your little paper, whatever. But no, this is not, you can play on your phone any other time. It's a weird pet peeve for me. It legitimately bothers me. We do the family stack. You stack your phones and you just leave them stacked away. Mm-hmm. And this is dinner time and this is when we hang out. And if you don't want to talk, that's fine. We'll just stare at you awkwardly.
That's good.
Or mom and dad will make out until you start talking.
That's good.
You do whatever you have to do.
That's right. Absolutely.
But no devices at the dinner table.
All right. That's good to know. My next hate
is
slurping.
Of course it is.
I love my husband dearly, but he's a slurper. And so we've been married, this will be 16 years for us this year. I've just learned, if it's at all possible, if he's grabbing a bowl of cereal quick in the morning, I just need to leave the room. Oh. Because you know what? 16 years in, I'm not going to change him, right?
Yeah. He's going to be a slurper for life.
The slurping in my ear, I can hear my ear ringing. It just gets me. And my kids do it too. And so for them, you're welcome, future spouses. I'm saving you. I'm teaching them to stop slurping. So
stop your slurping.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a campaign.
There you go. Do you have any more hates?
I actually have one we kind of share.
Okay.
Because we did talk about this earlier, but I think that we should probably talk about it again. Okay. Which is, I hate when men's church softball leagues, when there is tension or they get there are fight, not punching fights, but verbal whatever on the field, like they're arguing plays and getting like legitimately angry and frustrated, and I'm like, it's a church softball league, you're not going to the Olympics. Like, and they get so mad.
They get, let me just say, every season, my husband has been playing church softball for, I don't even know how long. Every year I say to him, are you sure you're going to play this year?
Oh, yes.
And then every year when he says, yeah, babe, I'm playing, I'm coaching. And I say, Lord Jesus, please help me. Please help me have a good attitude, because we don't have a ton of tension, but the amount of mental space and conversations that I have to hear about strategy and who's playing what position. And yes. I mean, it is like for them, it is, they are all in, like all in 110%. And it is like the major leagues. And I'm like, this is church softball.
And it like matters where you're at in the lineup and where you get placed on the field. So coaches, Andy helped out in coaching. I think last year was his first year. And I mean, he loved it, and he's a really good leader. So I actually feel like it's a good spot for him. But I don't think I realized the pressure that I am so not competitive. And so I'm like, okay, everybody run out in the field and pick a spot.
I am a little competitive, so I feel that.
No, I can't. I don't like the getting upset about your batting and whatever. Like, listen, everybody gets a turn, and that's what matters. Okay. Not everybody gets a trophy. I'm not that.
Okay.
I'm not in that camp. Okay, you get a trophy if you win. And if you lose, play harder next time. Okay? But in church men's softball,
right.
I feel like just go play in a regular softball league.
Right.
Like, don't bring Jesus into this. I don't see him on the field like arguing the play. Actually, dude, like you saw that wrong. Like, it's not where Jesus is hanging. Yeah. So maybe we should just take church out of the whole softball. Let's just do men's softball.
There you go. Okay.
So let Jesus hang out with real sports.
There you go.
Like, just kidding. Men's softball is a sport.
There we go.
That's all the hate I can give. Okay. I'm getting really angsty here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to our loves.
Let's feel a little love. Okay. Lay one on me.
All right. I love my PTO girls.
Nice.
I am on the PTO for my son's school, and I love it. Like, I love my girls, and I love that I'm just able to be a part of them and be in their lives, and because I don't think I would know them otherwise. So it's just awesome to know these other moms and to walk through things with them, because life is hard. And just to be able to say to them, hey, I love you and I'm praying for you, even if they are I don't really care about Jesus, and I don't, just to be able to meet them where they're at and let them see Jesus in me. So that, and I just love them. So it's super fun. And I love PTO. I love school, blah, blah, blah. I'm a big nerd. So
I feel really challenged by that. Oh. First of all, I think you're a super good mom. But as you're saying, every time you say PTO, I'm just that just sounds like a nightmare to me.
Right. I understand. I totally get that. And see, these girls, they wrote me in. I was friends with them. And then they're like, you should be on PTO. And before I was like, no. I said yes. And I'm a big proponent of PTO and being involved in your kids' schools. And PTO, I think, just has a bad rap. At least our school, it's awesome. I love being a part of it. And I'm not faking that. I love, love, love it.
Okay, so then answer me this, because this is my big thing. I don't do well with politics, and I feel like there's a lot of politics in PTO.
I think I'm super blessed. I don't feel politics in it at all. Everyone has a role that they're doing, and it's very it's really divided up well, so no one feels oh, well, she's getting all the glory. It's not like that at all. Everyone is just I'm doing my thing. Oh, can you help me do this thing? Or, oh, we need to do this. I don't feel that, so I think it's good. I love it.
Okay, I'll rethink PTOs.
Okay, that's good.
With all my spare time.
Yes,
I'll just
clearly.
I'll think about it. Okay. I'll pray about that.
Okay. All right, what else are you loving?
I got love for you.
Okay.
I love my prayer journal right now.
Okay.
I'm somebody that really has a hard time with focus, in case you haven't noticed. But especially in prayer, like prayer is not something that has come super easy to me. And it's one of those things that I feel like you just know you're supposed to do. And then you never feel like you're doing it right. And then I feel like I'm definitely one of those people that look at people who pray and are like, oh, they have it figured out. So it's taken me some time to kind of find my rhythms with God and like how I can really just have times of prayer, but also listening prayer, not just like speaking prayer, but listening to God. So for me, I have a journal and some pens. And so it kind of started with just writing out my prayers. Like literally, if you read my prayer journal, it's a lot of like, okay, Heavenly Father, da 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 da. But recently, one of the things that I've loved is I'm also someone, because I come across people a lot and they know I'm in ministry. And so I find myself saying a lot like, oh, I'll totally pray for you. Or people will ask for prayer. And then I'll like space or like pray that one time and then but it's more like this, like, God bless that. Like, I don't know. I'm just being real.
That's right.
But the prayer journal, so what I've started doing, and I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner, is when I come across needs or like someone's going through something, most times I don't have the time to really, like, I can say a quick prayer, but I write just their name on the, like, whatever blank page. And then the next time, like, when I'm sitting down to do my prayer journal prayers, like, the name kind of jogs my memory, and I'm like, it gives me time to, like, sit and really pray over that person.
I love that.
So my journal's totally become this mix of, like, people, like, random people's names that I come across. But I've also noticed that it's helped me remember these things and, like, check back in and, like, oh, hey, what even happened? Like, how did it go? And I'm finding that I am really enjoying praying for other people. And it's been really powerful to find quiet moments in my day. I feel like God is really showing up and kind of meeting me in that space. So that's definitely something that I'm loving right now.
I love it. That's awesome.
How about you?
So along those same lines, I am loving Lent.
Oh.
So I am someone who loves rhythms and schedules. And for me, the idea of Advent or Lent, just being able to like look at this time before like a major like holiday, like Christ's birth, or like right now, Jesus' death and resurrection is coming up, Easter. To set aside those 40 days before it to just really dig into those times. And for me, I love that rhythm of just being like, oh, no, like, let's set this time and just really focus. So, and I also, like, some years I give up something, some years I add something. It just depends. And this year I gave up, it sounds so pathetic, but it's been so pivotal in my life. I have stopped watching TV. Like at night I may watch a show, but during the day, like a lot of times, like if I'm folding laundry or just doing those chores, like making dinner, like I'll throw up a show. And I realized, like, the first couple of days of Lent, I was like, oh, I needed silence in my life so God could speak to me. And those first couple days are so awkward because you're so used to doing things one way. Like, you're so used to having something fill your head. And even if it's something stupid and mindless, like a little 20-minute show, like when that's gone, you're like, oh. But in that space is when God shows up and speaks. And I've just been like loving this Lent season. I've been doing Sacred Holidays has a Lent study, and it's so good. Our producer will put a link in our show notes for that if you're interested in doing a Lent study. But it's just been awesome to hear from God and to like be able to like have my mind and heart quiet so I can hear from him. And the crazy thing too is like it's been allowing me to be more creative. Because I'm not just filling my mind with stuff, you know? So
that's good.
I love Lent.
That's awesome. Okay, I've got one more love for you.
Okay.
And it's not like super deep or spiritual, but
all right.
I am actually really loving podcasts right now.
Nice.
And some of it's my season of life, because when I'm driving from thing to thing, which when your kids are at that age where they like actually have social lives, but they don't have a license, you become an unpaid Uber. And so in my life as an Uber driver, I can play it like from my phone on the radio and listen. So yeah, there's a lot of different podcasts, and I'm not going to start listing them right now. You can actually go to my blog. I listed a few on my blog recently, but I don't want to like put it on he's going to have to find all of these and fill the show notes. But no, I really enjoy like leadership podcasts, and there's a couple that are kind of similar to like one for women and just encouraging them. I love those. And then I have a couple ones that are like totally outside the box, and I'm actually going to give you the title, but I'm going to tell you that it's not a Christian one, and some you can listen to and some you may have to skip. I know. Okay. Don't judge me. But there's one called The Hilarious World of Depression. And yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it's just because I'm someone who has wrestled with depression that I love the podcast. But the guy is totally not a Christian. The people he interviews aren't. Like, it's not like they're giving you. But I totally resonate with just finding laughter in the midst of even dark places. Like, and these are comedians, like people you don't expect to have depression telling their story about. Like, and I'm just warning you, like, if you go in and listen to these people are, some of it is they're not church filtered. Maybe that's why I like it. Okay. They're not thinking like,
they're just telling it how it is.
What would Jesus do? What are people going to think? They're just like, let me tell you the disgusting, like, darkest parts of, and I appreciate like insane vulnerability. And there have been points in this podcast that I have had to shut it off because they are so real. It like makes me uncomfortable that I'm like, we're not supposed to admit those parts of ourselves. Like, I don't know if you just know you said that out loud. But no, I just think it's a really awesome podcast. If you are somebody that wrestles with depression and you just need to have a like, oh my word, me too. Like one of those moments, Hilarious World of Depression is probably worth your time. Okay. So podcasts, I'm loving them. There's a million more. Not going to get into it. I'm a nerd and I embrace it.
That's good. I like that.
Any more?
Oh, I have two more for you. So this next one, I feel like I'm the last person in America to actually find this. But last night, I just watched the very first episode of The People vs. O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yes.
And I love it. Like,
really?
Because, like, I wish I would have paid better attention in school because now
when it was really happening.
Well, when it was really happening. And, like, I love history. And, like, all of those, like, cultural things, like Rodney King that happened 2 years before this whole O.J. Simpson thing. Yeah. Like, all that stuff just, like, went right over my head. So now, like, I'm just, like, even, like, is it Rob Kardashian who's, like, friends with OJ? I was like, wait, what? Yeah. How is this possible? So and, like, the acting seems really good. It's, like, Cuba Gooding Jr. I mean, I'm telling people who've been, like, people are probably, like, rolling their eyes like, girl, we watched this, like, a year ago. Where were you? Yeah. I don't have cable. I have Netflix.
That was so Making of a Murderer.
I'm like, I'm only one episode in, too, but I'm loving it.
You're going to love it.
Okay.
Yeah. We went through that one. And yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Okay, I'm excited.
Definitely suck you in. I'm with you. I had no idea the Kardashians were like tied in. Have you seen the episodes where his daughters are like obviously actors, but like they have his kids in an episode?
Well, they showed like the funeral episode and they were like, Chloe, blah, 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 come over, stop running. I was like, whoa, this is too crazy.
I know. You're like, I don't even think he knew. It's coming, father. All right. Prepare yourself. OJ is not going to be your only.
See, I don't even know these things, but
it's good. Keep it pure.
All right.
Clean your mind.
And then I have one more, and it's a book because I feel like I love to read. And
yes,
friends in real life, I'm always like, as you're leaving my house, I'm like, here, read this book. It's really good. And people are so kind. They're like, thank you.
I read every one you tell me.
I know. But some people are like, I'm not really a reader. And I like think like, this is going to be the book that's going to change you.
I'm going to change our life.
But I just read the book. It's by Kate Merrick, and it's called And She Still Laughs.
And Still She Laughs.
And Still She Laughs. And it is her story of her family and losing their daughter Daisy after a 3-year battle with cancer, and just how she walked through it in her grief, but also like clung to God. And she also just does this amazing job of like weaving in these women from the Bible who faced really hard things, and how she was just able to relate to them. One of my friends and I were reading it together at the same time, and I read the first chapter, and like I'm pretty emotional. Like if I read something, it's gonna touch me. But literally the first chapter, I texted my friend and I said, I just literally sobbed out loud in the first chapter. I need to know, like, is this going to continue? Like, do I need to emotionally prepare myself? And my friend is someone who's walked through like some hard grief. And she was just like, I thought it was just me, but I did cry through every chapter. So you just might need to prepare yourself. And I mean, you cry through this story, but it's so like, she's so real. And it just like still points to Jesus in all these really, really hard things. And it just is so encouraging. So Kate Merrick. I love her. So those are all my loves.
I feel like we're people that are reading enough and doing things that this will probably become a semi-regular type of thing to share with everyone, because there has to be other people like us. I'm somebody that eats it up when somebody, like you give me a book recommendation.
Oh yeah.
I love book recommendations, because then I don't have to like read Amazon reviews and try and figure out like, is that really a reviewer or just somebody that got paid to make it sound good? So yeah, no, I think this will be a great, but this is a good start. Helps you know some of the things we hate,
some of the things we love.
A lot of things we love. And so here's the deal, ladies. First of all, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Definitely, if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. But you know what? Do us a favor and send us a message with some of your loves and hates. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
We're always open to new book recommendations or inappropriate podcasts like I'm here sharing today. That might get edited out. But no, we'd love to hear from you. And take the time, if you're on social media, we would love for you to follow us. We have our Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got Facebook. All of those, we're at Hey Girl Pod. And I know Jen has been back in the blogosphere recently. Love reading all of her stuff. So go ahead and check that out. I am tiptoeing in that field. We'll see how that goes. But no, you're absolutely welcome to check out our personal pages, the podcast page, and once again, wherever you're at right now, in whatever stage of life, really all what this is about is we want to encourage you to continue on, to stay faithful in the place that God has you, in the part that He's given you, and play it well, sisters.
Have a great day. Bye. Nailed it!
Yeah, we did. I don't know how to stop this thing.
All right.
I'm gonna do that.